Welcome back. And on today's news, why it talks about why Ndigbo should apologize to President Buhari, and it gives three valid reasons. Since becoming the president of Nigeria in 2015, President Buhari has loggerheads have in loggerheads with the have been in loggerheads with the people of the southeastern Nigeria, especially the Igbo tribe who felt marginalized by the current administration, thus provoking the president to call the people of the region the 5%. As an Igbo man, I think our people should apologize to President Muhammadu Buhari because of these three valid points. The first point says construction of the second Niger bridge, which one should be his duty because he should develop the whole country. It continues and says the construction of the second Niger bridge has been a tool of political manifestos to most past Nigerian presidents, even the past president Goodluck Ebere Jonathan, who came from the southern part of the country, failed to construct this bridge for easy transportation for people of the eastern regions, especially an average Igbo trader based in the 5 eastern states and some southern states. But the current administration of Muhammadu Buhari is now constructing this project of political promise and fail. Well, that should be his duty anyways, and it should not be recommended or clapped for doing his job, because that's why he's in the position. Secondly, the point says the Onitsha-Enugu Expressway. The Onitsha-Enugu Expressway was once a death trap for motorists using that road. This road was so bad that President Goodluck Jonathan was flown from Asaba to Oka when he visited the Anambra State capital in 2013. But the current administration is fixing the roads for the same people who hated Buhari for nothing. Well, this person doesn't really know what he's saying, because again, this is the duty of the president to fix the roads. If the roads are bad, you're meant to do it. Why should people clap for you for your duty because they put you in power for you to do something? And again, when he got into power, the economy wasn't really good, so it's not that he was affecting the whole country. And if you were outside the country, it affected your trade, because the value of the currency was very, very low, and you were basically making a loss. And also, Igbo people are tired of being marginalized because they're not put in power. So him fixing the roads does not really fix the fact that there are less Igbo people in power, and for the fact that there hasn't been an Igbo president. The third point says the problem of security challenges in the zone. The governors of the southwestern part of Nigeria came together to form a security outfit named Operation Amotekun to protect their region from kidnapping and banditry. But the governors of the eastern region decided to stick with the Nigerian security body to protect their people for the same banditry and killings that is rampant across the country. In a nutshell, the people of eastern region Nigeria have seen that their enemy is within, not President Muhammadu Buhari, who is minding the business of his people. Wow. So there are a lot of comments, and the first comment says, that is why Igbos can never be president. Wow. This person has 6 replies, and the first reply says, stupid raptor. Another person says, as if you are God that has the final say. Aturo in the zoo. Somebody says, who told us Igbos need someone to apologize tackles of the zoo country called Nigeria? Somebody says, because you are controlled by the Satan. Another person says, we don't need presidency, we want Biafra, God will do it. Another comment says, Nigeria and the federal government are the ones that owes the Southeast an apology and compulsory compensation for the killing of their sons and destroying their land and infrastructures, and also seizing all their money deposited into the bank, and to give them only £20 to starve and die, irrespective of the trillions they have in the bank. That is very, very true. If you think about the Biafran War, Nigeria as a federation has not really apologized to them for causing such and allowing external influences to push such narrative as well. Somebody says, this man must have taken a drug overdose. Another person says, is it because the building of Niger Bridge that will cause us to apologize to Buhari? If I may ask, that is not our right. The bridge is supposed to be built built even before Goodluck Jonathan. We owe him no apology. Yes, because it's his duty to do that. It's like, okay, fine, be respectful because he's the president, but you are in the presidency to make changes. After all, that was why you got in there in the first place. Somebody says, who is this idiot? A useless person that doesn't know left and right. Construction of Niger Bridge is not the responsibility of the federal government of Nigeria. Must everything be politics that is useless? Okay, this person is not making sense. Somebody says, nonsense. We owe nobody an apology. And that person says, you are the highest idiot. There's been a lot of idiots in the comments I have ever had in the world. Just listen to yourself. 2 Niger Bridge was constructed by Buhari, and so who told you Amajoha visits, you idiot, stupid fools? Wow. Somebody says, over our dead body to apologize to the zoo president. I mean, they've really been through, the Igbo people have been marginalized, have been through a lot. And so if you tell them to apologize, you are hitting the core in a really bad way, and they will attack you. And that person says, I read only the caption, and I think this person is either a fool or a Fulani, because only Hausa will not write this. The Fulanis are killing also. Somebody says, the writer must have his head examined. Another person says, if you don't have something reasonable to say, kindly keep quiet and stop writing nonsense. And this is the thing, you give biased opinions because you don't know history, you don't know why, because the person has just used construction as a yardstick as to why the Igbos should apologize. At the end of the day, he hasn't really gone about the fact that, the Igbos are marginalized in terms of, creating a war where, because again, if you go back to the 1914 amalgamation of Nigeria, that's why they're all together in the first place. But then you can't use construction, a duty and a must of any president, as a reason as to why the Igbos should apologize, especially when the whole Nigerian system or justice system has done them wrong. Put what you think in the comment section below, and do not forget to like and subscribe.